Now, from the Super Doppler 10 Weather Center, this is a severe weather alert.
Here we are again. We're looking at a tornado warning for areas into Dare County. This is the same spot where we had a previous tornado warning, but this is not the same storm. That storm has moved to the north over Rodanthe. It doesn't have any signs of any impressive rotation with it. But this storm that's moving over Ocracoke again does have a zone of rotation right now. Let's take a look at the storm wind. So you see the areas of green and red. This is the same spot that we were looking at earlier. This is in a little bit of a different location, but that is the zone of rotation. This storm is moving to the north and to the east at 50 miles an hour. If you're in Ocracoke, again, follow the rules that we just talked about. Get to that safe room, a room without windows. The storm is mostly moving into that northeasterly direction, so we're looking at 4 minutes until it arrives. So you have a short time to get to that room without windows. You can see the apparent path that this kind of rotation has been going on, that northeasterly trajectory, getting close to areas around the town of Ocracoke. I'm looking at the camera that we have up in that area. I'm not seeing anything all too impressive on that right now. The direction that the camera looks though is not the same direction that the storm is coming into, so it's always hard to tell. But it's a broad area of circulation, so there may be a waterspout. What a waterspout is when it moves on land is a tornado. And there can be strong wind gusts, so that's why you want to get into the lowest level of your home in a room without windows. If you live in a building or a structure that's on stilts, that's elevated, still get into that room without windows on the lowest level of that structure. Those anchors, those stilts go deep down into the sand and into the ground, so that'll help anchor the structure where you are in. This storm is moving to the northeast at 50 miles an hour. Other storms that are on the map, there has been some tornado warnings south of Windsor, south of Bertie County, and all of those have expired. We don't have any severe weather in the Hampton Road cities right now, just heavy rainfall that's moving through the area. I'm keeping a close eye on that, but we have to give an update for everyone that can see us, and on cable, you can see us on the Outer Banks. That's why we have this alert for areas in Dare County, Ocracoke, with a tornado warning. Let me show you the loop for the past hour. There goes the previous storm, and here comes the new one right over your area. The storm is going to be moving right through or right around areas in Ocracoke here, coming up over the next few moments. Here's a look at the heavy rainfall. I'm not seeing any lightning with that, but when we look at rotation, where we might see that is just on the south side of the island and just about to move over areas into or at least near where we have the town of Ocracoke. I'm not seeing anything on our camera right now. It's very hard to tell at night. It doesn't work as well at night, but I can tell it's raining hard in your area. So again, get into that safe room. This storm should be moving over the sound and back over the water here shortly. So that's the good news. It won't last very long, but when we look at the velocity, we can see the brighter areas are those winds moving away from the radar, and that darker zone is the wind moving towards the radar. I'll just show you the last 15 minutes, and we'll just kind of go back and forth. We'll rock the data back and forth, and you can see how this is moving right into your area. So this is a serious thing that we have to watch for. We're not seeing any chances for tornadoes right now through the Hampton Road cities. We're still looking okay. I'm going to be watching for that, though, in the next hour, especially around Elizabeth City and areas in northeast North Carolina, as you have a chance to maybe see some stronger storms later on tonight. But the one area that we're watching is this tornado warning for Dare County. Hatteras, you're included in that warning too. I'm not too concerned at the moment for Cape Hatteras, as the storm looks to be making more of a northeasterly trajectory, kind of on this path right here. If we follow the radar data, we can kind of see it goes in generally this direction. So that should be following the previous storms that just missed Cape Hatteras to the north and stayed over the water. But this storm that is south of Hatteras and west of Hatteras, that's the one where we have a little bit more concern for, as there's maybe some rotation in this area. When we look at that storm wind, we can clearly see it. So where would the tornado be if there was one in this area? Well, look at the wind. We have the wind moving away from the radar right here. We have the wind moving towards the radar right here. So the area of circulation and that tightest spot would be right in here, right along the beach. And that zone should be moving to the north and to the northeast. And if we zoom in a little bit more, it might clear out some of the things that I just draw out on the map here. Oh no, they're staying on. That's great. You can see right on Ocracoke, this is just going to be sliding by your area. I'll put a little tilt so we can kind of get everything in perspective here. Let me reduce that just a bit so you can see just outside or just skirting the town, this could be sliding through your region. Otherwise, for other storms that we have into the region, things are looking much better right now as we don't have any severe weather anywhere else across the Hampton Road cities right now. I'll zoom it out and just reset the map so you can see where everything is on the map. And let me switch it back over to regular radar that you're familiar with. Just heavy rainfall right now. So the one tornado warning that we have is for Dare County. That warning goes for another 22 minutes. We're not going to stay on that much longer. Once this thing appears to be moving over the water, we can go back to regular scheduled programming. But right now, a tornado warning, Ocracoke, the storm moving to the north and to the east at 50 miles an hour. It's going to be moving out of your area very, very soon, here within about the next minute or so. As I look to the velocity, the storm wind, I'm seeing that rotation right over your area. Are we seeing any type of storm debris in the spot? I'm not seeing that right now on any of the latest scans. But there is a good chance that there may be a waterspout with this storm, and also a tornado. A waterspout over water, that's just essentially a tornado over land. And they can hold on to the strength for a little while when they move from the water back to the land, even though and especially with this one, since it has the strength of the parent thunderstorm right above it. Back to regular radar, looks like the area of the heaviest rain is just starting to move to the north. We're looking better here. Hopefully we did not get any reports of a tornado. I've been watching the camera. The lights are still on Ocracoke. That's a good sign to see. We're going to keep a close eye on all these storms here. I'll show you that zoomed out version. We'll now go back to regular scheduled programming.